Morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode from Scrapyard Rescue. Today, we're going to continue working on getting the brakes tore apart on Fairlane number 2. I just wanted to update you on Fairlane number 1 here. I believe we finally got the cooling system problem solved. I flushed the thing out enough times that, I know it's pretty clean in there. And I put the mechanical fan back on this car, put a thermostat back in it. The first time I drove it after that, it was fine. And then I drove it later in the day and it overheated again. And I think maybe what might have happened, because after I let it cool down and then started it back up and checked it, and it was all right again. So I think either the thermostat stuck just temporarily, or there was an air pocket in the system that didn't get, out. So I worked on that a little bit, and I got that going. I take this car out every morning now for a good 25-mile run down the highway at 55, 60. Sometimes push it up to 70. Just to see what it's going to do, and it stays at actually on my gauge it stays just below the 160 mark. It's supposed to have a 165 thermostat, but who knows which one of them isn't accurate. One of them isn't, but anyways, it's close, and it's close enough, and I can drive it the whole 25 miles, and then when I get back down the road here from the highway here, this 1.5 miles of the goat trail, where I can only go about 5 miles an hour, it goes up to about 165 on the gauge, which that's just fine. So it's running pretty good. I had a problem with the brakes on the front. This one over here on the passenger side, the one time it did start to overheat. When I got it home, I realized when I was getting it down the road here, I could smell brakes. So when I got it home, I checked these front tires, and holy crap, rims you couldn't even touch them and burn your hand. So I let it cool down. I pulled the brakes all apart, and this one was adjusted too tight. So I reset it. I double checked that one over there, got them both reset, and now I've driven the car, twice now. 50 miles or so, and I'm not, this morning when I got back, I touched the brake, the wheels, they were cold. So, got that fixed, no more heating problems, that's all good. So, I'm kind of waiting now just to do stuff on this. I got the back brakes tore out that I showed you on my last video, and I'm ripping the front brakes out of it now, so let's go over there. I'll give you a little walkthrough of kind of where I'm at with that right now. Okay, this is the driver's side of the front brake, and you can see they're pretty nasty in there. This one, the drum came right off. You can see there's an awful lot of grease in there, so somebody did something with the front brakes on this thing. But like I said, the drum came right off. But the reason it came right off, there's no brake shoes on there at all. No friction part of them. The metal's there, but nothing else is there. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. But we got that one off, so I'm going to rip all that stuff off, clean it up, and start cleaning underneath this fender well here. Passenger side was a little more difficult to get the drum off because it still has brake shoes. So apparently this one wasn't adjusted right. They got these self-adjusters on the front, and I don't really like that. I think that's what happened over on that other one. It's just adjusted itself too tight. So and you can't, on the backing plate where you would normally put a screwdriver through or a brake tool and adjust, so you can adjust your brakes, it's solid on these. You can't you can't get the tool in there. It's not meant to do that. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't like that, but I guess that's the way it is. And then I'll give you a little quick look at what I got on the back done. Okay, here's the back. All stripped down, cleaned up. Got all that nice fresh new paint on there. That looks pretty good. Driver's side the same. All cleaned up, ready to go. I just checked a parts order for stuff. So I got to get that ordered to get this all closed up. And then we'll start putting the brakes on. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go up to the front and just tear all that stuff out and clean it all up real good. So I'll get you some more progress here in a minute. All right, guys, we got everything tore apart. I decided to take the back plates off of the front spindles too, so I can get at there. You can see I've got to change that sway bar bushings. The front torsion link bushings need to be replaced. You can see that right there. That's real scary, isn't it? I wonder how long that guy who had this thing drove it around without that nut on there. But anyways, we got a lot of cleanup underneath here. And easier to get at the shocks, all that stuff without that in there. And then I can get those backing plates cleaned up a lot better and stuff. So I'll show you the other side. Same thing here. We got it all cleaned up. There you go. Maybe you can see something now. I'm right in the sun, so it's hard to do anything. I'll put new shocks in there. You can see all that crud up in there, man. That is going to be hard to clean out. I was chipping on some over there. I don't know what the heck to do with it. Boy, it sure looks ugly, but I don't know if I can get it out or not. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to work on it and then see what I think. It's too hot to be chipping stuff away now. But this is all ready to go. I put together a parts order with Rock Auto for the rear brakes, but I forgot a couple things, so I got to go back in and revise it and do that. So I was going to order the rear shocks and stuff, but now that I forgot to put wheel bearings and the seals and all that on there, so I got to go do that. So I'm going to go in and work on that. Okay guys, hey, let's just end this video here. That's about all I can do for now. I'm going to have to hunker down under there and just start chipping and scraping and scrapping and pounding and trying to get as much of that stuff cleaned out of there as I can. I want to get everything all greased up and see if there's any of the boots on any of the suspension stuff that's bad. If there are, you can get, I found out, too late on this car, that you can just get those boots and replace the boots. You don't have to buy the whole ball joint if it's not wore out. So if I find any that are just broken and grease is leaking out, I'll go ahead and take care of them. But otherwise, I'm just going to grease them up and go with that. So anyways, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I noticed that most of the people that click onto my videos aren't subscribers. If you guys would subscribe, that would be great. It'd really push my subscribership way up there. I really got to get to that 1,000 mark, guys. I'm really trying to get there. I'm going to try to do as many videos as I can now. I was kind of gotten, I don't know, just kind of bummed out, I guess, doing them. Nobody was watching the videos. I know they're not real professional, but it's the best I can do. So anyways, let's go ahead and end the video here. And as always, thanks for watching, fellas.